Goofy family, what's up guys? It's been a minute, it's been a while, it's been some months since I put a video out. It is January 1st, 2022. We are at a new year, a new beginning, new fresh start, just a new everything. It's beautiful, it's refreshing, it's good to know that we have a chance to do over, start over, continue where you left off and be better from who you was and what you was doing before and in the past, and and just keep growing and make things and make you a better you, stuff like that. But like I said, it's been a minute since I put a video out, and I'm excited because I'm bringing back the 1,000 Ways to Die videos. I'm kind of excited to do this right now. My throat, child, it's not been doing me no justice today. And then I've been sneezing all day. I don't got COVID. I got tested. I'm negative. And that's the other thing. Stay safe out here. Mask up, gloves, hand sanitizers, Lysol, Clorox wipes. We gotta stay safe out here because it's getting crazy. But before I get into the 1,000 Ways to Die video, excuse me, a couple of things. One, I'm thinking of a new intro greeting way for my channel. Two, it's 2022, and I got my little taste in my film stuff and all of that. So now I'm gonna really up it. We gonna raise it to the roof, you feel me? So that's what we're gonna do. I got some ideal videos ready to do, I'm ready to record. So this is the beginning. We about to bring in 2022 on a good start, fresh start. I'm excited for this. And yeah, so make sure you follow me on Instagram at @ReneStayFocused_, and on TikTok at Rene_StayFocused. And yeah, so let's jump into the video.
A sports bar during the NFL season can get pretty crazy. But then there are fantasy football fanatics like Stelgis who take crazy to a whole new level.
Take it, Brady, take it! That's 4 points for me! Yes!
Stelgis had only two friends, the television remote and the online program that tabulated his fantasy football points.
Turn this down some.
I start out going to a bar where every single thing is playing, so even if it's a commercial in one game, I'm watching 3 of my players score touchdowns and return kicks in another game. You may have your religions, I do too, and mine is 300-pound men running into each other day in and day out.
Stelgis' fantasy addiction annoyed everyone.
Sports fanatics.
He bounced around from TV to TV, keeping tabs on his virtual
like he be
Come on, Vic! Redeem yourself! Let's put on the Dallas game.
freaking rebel.
Until
See, doing too much.
off the wrong person.
What the hell?
Stelgis wasn't much of a fighter. And while the tables turned, he slipped off.
Wait a minute.
He was trying.
Bro, he's the one who started, because he want to be taking the remote and trying to do whatever it is that he's trying to do, and you got this big bearded dude that's fighting everybody else and you're not getting. Make it make sense.
Catch a few more plays. A sports fan like Stelgis should know. Never take your eye off the real action. A piece of the shattered beer mug caught a soft spot in Stelgis' neck.
The sharp piece of glass flying through the air would have lacerated the gentleman's neck, cutting not only the carotid artery, but the jugular vein. Now you've cut off both the supply to the brain and from the brain, draining the blood from the brain out quickly. He could have easily lost 3 liters of blood within minutes and died.
Estelle just lived in a fantasy world where nothing matters but touchdowns, interceptions, and yards per carry. But then he got mugged by reality. Mark it down, Stelgis. You've been sacked.
That's low-key messed up, I'm not gonna lie, but should have been paying attention.
When Steve and Jerry got picked up for grand theft auto, they were sentenced to 60 days on a work farm. Soon enough, they were young, dumb, and surrounded by dumb.
Hey, horse.
Hey,
Come here, you want a cigarette?
Typically, a work farm would house 80 to 120 offenders at any given time. The most successful offenders are those that are willing to be held accountable for their crimes. For those offenders that can't even complete the work program, usually the court will come back and sentence them to something more drastic.
For these screw-ups, life down on the farms
Stupid. They're
Show me
stupid.
with that.
was a life-threatening situation. It wouldn't be a farm story without a farmer's daughter.
What is this? It's one of those milkers.
She shows up just in time to keep the two delinquents from hurting themselves.
High five. Please don't touch that. That's not a toy.
When you don't know what you're doing, the farm can be just as dangerous as the street.
Man, forget the lemonade. I want some milk, mama. Come on, come here. Come on, let me try the little.
No, that's not-
No big deal. Look, I'm gonna do it to myself.
Look, these niggas stupid.
When the captive bolt gun is placed against the forehead of a cow, the pressure involved in moving this
Can we just have a moment of silence for this man? Cause you can't be that dumb. Why wouldn't you put it down if she just said it's not a toy? If retard was a person right here, cause that made no type of sense.
into the brain of the cow through a half-inch of skull is about 100 pounds per square inch. If it's used on a person, the concussion of it is just massive, and that could kill somebody, but definitely the bolt, which is about the size of your finger with a point on it, going in about 2 inches into your chest would definitely hit your heart area and kill you almost instantly.
You hear the one about the two juveniles who were sentenced to work release on a farm?
I'll cut your balls off.
They messed around and threatened the farmer's daughter until one of them accidentally killed himself with a cattle bolt pistol. That's a good one.
Dumb. Dumb. I miss doing these so much. We back.
Put your hands on top of your head.
In 2010, there were over 1,300 bank robberies in the United States, resulting in millions in losses.
Hands on top of your head.
But none was as bizarre as this one. Minutes earlier, a nervous-looking guy named Nick quietly got in line to see the teller. Nick was no ordinary customer.
What you about to do, Nick?
I have a problem.
Oh gosh.
Look, somebody strapped this around my neck, okay? And they have a remote. And if they tell me if I'm going to throw this bag full of money and bring it to them, they are going to detonate it and we are all going to die. All right?
Okay.
Most bank robberies today are done by demand. The written note is...
They done took Nick. They done put a bomb around Nick's neck. Told Nick that if he don't get the money, not only is he gonna die, but the rest of all these innocent people are gonna die. The audacity of people.
They're very popular. That is a result of having better surveillance so that the people that rob them are trying to remain unnoticed, unlike the old bank robberies that we think of, the John Dillinger and the Jesse James, etc., where it tended to be more of a takeover bank robbery.
what is this? This isn't enough. If I take this to them, they're gonna kill me. Go back to the vault and get more.
But Nick was actually working alone. An expert bomb maker, Nick came up with this crazy plan. If they thought...
You know what? Backtrack. I'm actually not mad at Nick. Nick is smart. Nick, cause I did believe that. So imagine this lady, she's believing it, and he came in sweaty, nervous, and everything. All right, Nick, we see you. You smart. He gotta have some type of education, some type of degree. All right, Nick. But I don't support. But you smart for coming up with an idea like this, because ain't nobody that clever to come up with something like this.
As a helpless pawn in someone else's scheme, the bank would have to let him walk out with the cash.
Exactly.
For authenticity, he wrapped his neck in a real bomb. It would be the perfect alibi if he got caught.
Here's a block of C4 I brought in. They're usually in 1.1 pound blocks. Pretty moldable. You can mold it into almost anything. Actually pretty safe until you add one of these, which is a blasting cap. This sets that off. Without this, you could hit it with a hammer, you could light it on fire, no problem.
Alright, now Nick though. Now, this could go wrong in a lot of ways. Now, obviously, we can see because this is 1,000 ways to die. But, like, he still could have put a fake one around his neck, and then him not knowing from the dudes that they put a fake one around his neck, and they made him seem like it was real. So I don't know, let me know if I'm bugging, but like, come on, let's
just go back to the vault and get more. Hurry up.
But things didn't turn out as Nick had planned. Someone had called the cops.
Look at the bomb! It's strapped around my neck, okay? It's locked in. I can't get it out, all right?
Just stay calm.
They're gonna blow it.
While the cops tried to defuse the explosive situation,
You have to let me take it.
the freaked out teller panicked and took off.
We are all dead. Please.
She popped the lock on her car.
No one's gonna die.
Nick's head popped off his shoulders. The teller's keyless entry system was on the same frequency as the ignition on Nick's homemade bomb. It sent an electrical signal to the blasting cap wired to the plastique. The explosive chemical RDX exploded, taking Nick's head with it. He was dead instantly.
Girl. First off, one, that was so fake with the way his head just blew off. Two, girl. And boy. I don't have no words.
Cancel the bomb squad. Send the meat wagon.
Roger that.
Come on, Barbara, what you doing?
If you're one of those pinheads that believe everyone should be carrying guns, chewing tobacco, and hunting down illegal aliens, you're gonna love this best life.
Yes, sir. 12 gauge. That's my deal right there.
Imagine if chewing tobaccos was still like a popular thing in this in our day and age.
That illegal alien-hating vigilante group, the Minutemen.
You can go get us some aliens.
Follow me.
All right, load up.
George was addicted to his chew. He consumed the tobacco equivalent to 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
Oh, Lord.
A good day for George was to drive around with his cheeks bursting with chew, looking for undocumenteds along the Arizona-Mexico border. 40 miles of bad road can take a lot out of anyone. And on this day, old George hit a big rock.
Oh,
ow! And bit down hard on his thick tongue.
What's going on? Been here a while. You all right?
Going through, I'll be all right.
But George wasn't all right. He didn't know he had it, and he sure couldn't pronounce it. But George had a genetic condition called erectile glossitis.
Erectile glossitis is a very rare condition which can cause severe swelling of the tongue in a matter of minutes. It can set off a very wild and uncontrolled inflammatory response.
It was like the opposite of anaphylactic shock. Instead of his throat swelling around his tongue filled up his throat. And within minutes, he experienced a horrible, choking to death fate.
What?
George was a gun-toting, chewing, spitting ignoramus who thought his paranoid hatred of illegals was protecting his country. In the end, he did do his country a big favor by dying.
That's just, ugh. Say no to drugs.
Casey once had dreams of playing in the big leagues.
You gonna play him that close?
But now he played slow-pitch softball and just acted as if he was a hardballing pro. Casey did anything to win, including playing through excruciating pain.
Yeah! Let's go!
The pain came from a hiatal hernia, a hole in the abdominal wall. A hernia occurs when an organ or a fatty tissue squeezes through a weak spot in the surrounding muscle or connective tissue. But Casey didn't care about all this science. He just wanted another hit.
Alright, this one's going out.
This hit's gonna kill him.
Jeez! God! Time!
His hernia had ruptured. And his small intestine was now protruding from his abdominal wall. Casey pushed his guts back into place.
Let's do this. Play ball!
And Casey struck out for good.
Someone call 911!
Our softball player pops out the hernia that he has, the intestines pop out. He tries to stuff it back in. But so doing, he actually damaged the artery, which then, because of all the tension and force he's exerting, ruptured. He bled to death, essentially. No blood on the outside. But because of the uncontrollable hemorrhage on the inside of his body, he went from taking one powerful swing of the bat to being limp and dead on the baseball diamond floor.
Casey was an aggro softballer who lived by the motto,
bro, you was in pain. Why you didn't sit down? Stop playing. Go to the hospital. Go get yourself together. Go get yourself checked.
no death. You're out.
New York.
Mark, the one with the ponytail, is a highly sought-after corporate spy. He's been hired to find out what he can about an upcoming corporate merger. This information will be worth millions for his employer.
First thing, I can never shut your mouth.
It's a two-man job, but his number two man fell out at the last minute. Mark had no choice but to enlist his idiot nephew.
I don't want any screw-ups.
I'm not going to screw up. Corporate espionage is the stealing of private information for financial gain. Corporate spies are usually looking to steal information that would get them the jump on their competitors. Secrets of value could be anything like the results of what testing has been done on certain fashions, or what's the next product to come out and what's different than last year's.
Let's make a prediction. Either the nephew is gonna do something stupid, which is gonna cause his uncle to die, or his uncle is not gonna be paying attention to the nephew, and then the nephew is gonna die from doing something stupid. What do y'all think? A or B? Comment.
Mark's plan was to plant a bug in the ventilation shaft of the hotel
or see for other
suite where the meeting was to take place. He would enter through the exhaust duct. All Tony had to do was keep a lookout.
When I tug on the rope 3 times, you pull me back, right?
First, he had to disable the exhaust fan. Not an easy feat. The 4-foot steel blades were powered by a 20-horsepower motor.
All right, watch, you'll learn something.
It was slow-moving, but extremely powerful. While Mark made his way down the vent shaft, Tony found an antidote to his boredom, messing around with the night vision goggles. Mark planted the bug. Bumbling Tony bumped the pipe.
Oh!
The rope got caught in the fan.
Bingo.
Caused him to bleed out and die in less than a minute.
You see? Nephew. Because nephew needs to get it. Why would you? If you picked A, that the nephew was gonna do something stupid, congratulations. Because, and then he lost both legs.
Cut and the femoral arteries was severed. The heart kept pumping away, and the blood was getting pumped, but it was getting pumped out of the body. And effectively, his blood pressure shut down, and vital organs stopped working because there was no blood supply, and he died.
Can you imagine that fan cutting through your bones and your legs? The pain he went through.
Never hire him. When fall rolls around, what comes to mind? Leaves changing color, Thanksgiving, and of course,
my Thanksgiving was
pumpkin chunkin'. Dwayne and his boys like nothing better than to take the excess pumpkins from Dwayne's farm and blast them out of his homemade launcher.
A pumpkin cannon consists of a barrel where you put the pumpkin in, and some sort of expanding gas. What these guys did that was extremely dangerous is they filled the barrel with a compressed flammable gas, ignited it, and had it explosively expand down the barrel, pushing anything in front of it at super high velocity. You're pushing a 10-pound pumpkin at about 400 to 500 miles per hour and up to a mile. So when those things hit anything, they just destroy whatever's in their path.
Dwayne and his redneck friends were too drunk to notice the guy out in the field stealing his pumpkins. Luther was a lowlife from the next county over. Every fall, he would make some extra cash by sneaking onto farms, loading up his truck with stolen pumpkins, and selling them to the dumb city folk.
$20.
This time, Luther picked the wrong farm to pick pumpkins.
Oh man, Luther about to die.
Gas-fueled pumpkin launchers are extremely dangerous. They've been known to explode and kill their users. Luther stood up to make his escape. The lit torch was put to the launcher.
Boom.
And Luther took a 100-mile-an-hour pumpkin right to the heart.
Dang.
The pumpkin was going 100 miles an hour, and it struck the person's chest with the stem entering the man's chest wall, through his rib cage, into his heart. His heart exploded, and they died instantly.
Well, I'm gonna end it right here. The camera, I didn't realize the camera shut off like towards the ending of one of the videos I was watching. So I'm gonna end it right here. But this was good. This was fun. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy these videos. These were interesting. They was really juicy. coming with more of these and some more upgraded content. It's about to be good. I'm thinking of this one video I want to do. I think, you know what, we're not thinking no more for 2022. We're gonna do okay, we're gonna do what we gotta do. So it was just corny. We just gotta laugh at my corniness. But seriously, like for 2022, we're not thinking no more. We're gonna actually do what we gotta do and get what we gotta get done, you know, achieve our goals and all of that good stuff. And so, to leave on a good note, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm back, you know, to more beginnings, to new beginnings and new blessings coming this way for 2022. You know, no matter what, you're gonna always have obstacles. You're gonna always have obstacles that are gonna come in your way and you know, try to block you from doing what you want to do and from you being great. But that's life, you know. Like, life is gonna always throw you something, and you know, you have to, it's either that you're gonna hit it and you're gonna make your home run, or you're gonna let it hit you and you're gonna look like a sucker and a loser, you know. So that's about what I gotta say. Yeah, so just expect another video coming, and yeah, I'm excited to continue going. We going up this year. Let's go and let's get it. Goofy gang, and we out.